of achieving what makes us us.
Again, what's to say? Again,
we're live, by the way.
Okay.
If we go deeper, we get protons again.
Mm-hmm.
Give take in chemistry. You have protons, neutrons. You got this super small substance that connects everything.
Mm-hmm.
You go even deeper, you get quarks, you get boson. What's to say we can't go deeper than that? What's to say that deepness isn't a soul or particles of a soul? And again, I'm not saying that heaven doesn't exist. I'm not saying that once you die, you don't go to heaven. But what if heaven can be a material place where after you die, your soul, particles, super tiny substances, do get transported somewhere?
So while these gentlemen get caught up in higher thought, excuse the technical difficulties, but we are back. Excuse me, but this should have been the original setup. But while we were in technical difficulties, we fell into a good conversation, right?
Yep.
And just to give everybody context, so I was questioning them a little bit of when we get to the point where we can create our own souls or we can develop our own souls, right? And the kind of the other side with these two gentlemen in front of me was we don't get to do that. We almost don't deserve to do that, right?
Yes.
Just to make sure I'm not putting words in you guys' mouth.
So you're saying that we don't deserve to make our soul, or it's just given to us?
Both.
And then I think there's also the addition that we don't even have the ability to create our own souls.
So we get our soul, and what you're trying to say is that we can adjust it?
I think we can adjust it, but I think adjusting it would be the first step, right? We got to find consciousness, and then we got to find the soul.
Okay.
And then after we adjust it, just like how AI is going to probably give us a better version of ourselves, that's when we learn. Because I'm with you guys. I agree. The soul is not material. I'm with you. But I'm a believer it's between either energy or frequency as far as the soul goes. And we could do both at this point. And we're probably getting really good at energy and frequency, right?
Okay. Yeah.
So, but and I also said to both of your points, I do agree that it's going to take a while to get there because I do think morally, ethically, and just where your heart stands, it's very important. That's why we haven't been given everything yet. We know some things, and at the same time, we don't know nothing, right? But the question is, this is why higher thought. This is why I named myself HT or whatever the case may be, because to me, there's always context. And to me, the reason why I was never able to accept a faith in that way was because, well, you just give us the info, the data, bro. You look like you got something. Pass it on, because if we're inspired, if we were created by whatever you deem the universe, God, Buddha, whatever is your thing, okay. This is why I like Buddha, because Buddha, he's just like, here, man, got it. You learn on your own. This is it. This is all the information you need. Don't follow me. It's not that type of thing, right? So that's always my question.
Yeah.
Why has everything got to be a gift? Why has everything got to be, right? Because when I say we're inspired by them, we're technically gods. Technically. Because if we're inspired by what you guys deem that, right? So at that point, we got a little bit in us. That potential is there, right? What's that good old saying they like to say? I made you in my image or whatever.
Image and likeness.
Yep.
When I might be a literal person, I don't know, I might be wrong, right? But when I hear that, I'm like, so that means I got some God DNA in me. That's what I hear.
Yeah.
Right?
Will that also mean that every living being also has some of the God DNA?
Trees. Right? Technically.
But they weren't made in the image and likeness.
That's where we differ. But Okay, so
Well,
because I don't want to make this a religious debate. I want to
Okay.
make this more of intellectual, right? But the religious is where we're going to take off from, right?
Okay.
So, entertain me. Just theorize.
Okay.
Okay.
Why can't we get the info ourselves? Why? Because at this point, it seems like everything is open, right? We're landing rocket ships now.
Mm-hmm.
We're about to go to Star Wars space with China and North Korea.
Yeah.
We got energy weapons. We're having these conversations already. We're talking about teleportation. We're talking about being able to transport our atoms and then being in a different place. We're talking about immortality now. It's
Okay.
closer than it's ever been. It's not a myth no more, how they used to want to tell us. Oh, it's a myth. It's just a story. Okay, bitch. You keep telling me the same story. There's something to that story.
Yeah.
So my question to you, to the whole room, why are we limited? Why not try to go for the stars? Why not try to get on quote unquote God level or become God? Because isn't that kind of the goal? That's why you've kind of followed by those things he says you should live by, right? But let's take it to a higher level. So if we could do that, we could probably do a lot of things he could do if we really figure it out, right?
Yeah.
Because to me, it's a possibility. It's always been a possibility. That's why I got kicked out of like my first communion class. Because I was asking crazy questions. I was like, what do you mean I gotta just say thank you? No, I need context. There's context.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, like, why would you thank someone? If they did something nice to you, why would you thank them?
yeah, and you know, and that might be my oddity. You're funny as fuck. But wouldn't it be cool to develop our own souls? Wouldn't it be cool to actually be more if you want to? If you want to. It's all choice at the end of the day. It's not one way of life. It's just, if you want to die, cool.
Mm-hmm.
Let me go live 100 extra years and see how far this human thing goes, right?
Okay.
So, where you guys at with that? Like, wouldn't it be cool just as your curious minds, as like just like intellectuals?
I think I'd have to ask, like, do you think you develop your soul on a daily when it comes to your own morality and what you believe
Yeah.
and what you think?
I think everything you do since the day you're born is where your soul is.
I think everything happens for a reason. But the reason was because you did something yesterday. So, whatever action we're doing right now,
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to Kendrick Lamar then, bro. Relax. You gotta walk them slow and shit.
like, the reason I'm here is because I work here. Why do I work here? I applied here. Like, there's some basis. Why did I even apply here? I live in Colorado. There's always going to be a central point where whatever decision you make leads to an outcome.
Okay.
So,
So.
gentlemen, so we don't feel like you guys are against the wall. 'Cause that's not the. I think that question you asked is true, and I do agree with what you say. But I'm also in the belief everything you think, your perception, every decision, even the judgments you don't say out loud, that goes on your soul. That goes on the jacket. Right? Even the things you think nobody knows you think about. It don't matter.
Yeah.
Those things go. I do agree with that. Right?
Yes.
Okay.
But just like how we can hack a computer
Mm-hmm.
and clean certain things out,
Yeah.
that to me sounds way too similar.
Okay.
So if we could get to that, would you guys embrace it? Would you guys like to get involved? Like, if we could get to that, if I could tell you in 1,000 years from now, we're gonna have factories
Mm-hmm.
of souls.
Okay. So my question for you is why? Why would you want to live on this, in this place for so long, when there could be a place waiting for you that's much greater than this?
That's a great question. So, because when you say place,
Mm-hmm.
you're trying to put me in a box already. Because you know me, I'm not a box type of guy,
No.
right? Because to me, this is just one version of things. I always thought that.
Okay.
Right? I always thought that whatever this is, I'm like, this is not enough. This is just some weird middle of the earth type shit that we gotta accept.
So
Yeah.
you would say this is Midgard, and then above us is Asgard.
Yeah, whatever nerdy reference you say, yes. Yes to all that shit.
Okay.
But to me, there's a reality up here, there's a reality down there.
Mm-hmm.
And there's even another reality where I am religious.
Okay.
And I'm more on that side. There's a different reality where I am, because I don't think this is it.
Yeah.
I've never been able to accept that. This is not it. This can't be it, because this is way too average.
Yeah.
Because just think about what you can imagine.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So it's not about just living on what you deem this world.
Yeah.
I know there's other realities within this world. We just got to figure out how to open those.
Okay.
So the time for me to want to live a long period of time or produce a soul is not just to be some sort of power hungry person. It's just that's probably the much time we need to get to develop these ideas and this technology and this science.
Okay.
So that's my main thinking behind that.
Interesting.
Yeah.
You say put yourself in a box. What I said, put you in a box.
Yeah, because you just said this world, but to me, this world is just
It ain't shit.
It ain't. It isn't.
no.
Which is why not die and live forever, know everything? Why not get to that point? What's holding you back?
But when you say that, man, I think we're arguing the same point, to be honest with you, because we're saying the same thing.
Yeah.
Except I'm willing to be more, have ownership over it, because maybe I do have to die to reach a different reality, right?
Mhm.
We see it with psilocybin and what that does to the brain, and you basically have an ego death. You have to die to reprogram your brain.
Yeah.
That's a fact, right? So the same thing you're saying, I'm saying. I'm
Yeah.
just, I just like the idea of an ownership of it.
An ownership.
I think I gotta ask the question then: which reality is more true?
Why can't they all be true?
Because one reality has to be more true than the other ones, especially if we bring more of a material complex to it.
Because if we go into the multi-worlds theories, like, it basically states you go through a black hole,
Mm-hmm.
you end up in a parallel universe
Okay.
that you come out of a white hole through.
Mm-hmm.
You go to that universe, this black hole, you end up in another one. So it's non-stop. That's why it's called the many worlds theory, because you go through, you keep going. So at that point, you can't really say there's an original world.
But but you're saying there's multiple, right? So for there to
I'm
be
saying that, definitely.
for there to be multiple, there'd have to be a starting point. There'd have
Not
to be
necessarily.
one starting point.
I don't think, I think the universe is organized, but it's not organized in that linear way. Me personally. And I'll speak for myself, I'm not Osvaldo on that. So we don't 100% agree on that. But to me personally, the universe is not linear. It's not. It might seem, but to me personally, it's just not. There's no end. There's no beginning. There's just what's relative to you. Where are you standing?
Going back to the many worlds theory, going from one universe to another one, the physics can change.
Mm-hmm.
So that they don't necessarily, it could be that whatever equation we have here for speed or acceleration,
Yeah.
it's off by 1 point in the other universe.
Mm-hmm.
But then if you keep going and going and going and going, at some point it's completely undistinguishable from this one.
Okay.
So what's to say whatever we have in this universe, again, mortality, physics, is completely different and might even resemble a version of heaven in another universe.
Interesting.
And like what I was saying earlier, if our soul is super small particles, what's to say that where they're transported? A black hole takes in matter, any type of matter.
Yeah.
So what if our soul substance is so light that they just go through a black hole, they go through a white hole, and end up in a different universe that could technically be like heaven.
Theoretically.
Theoretically.
We're no science. We're just theorizing, so don't start hating.
Well, then I'd have to ask if we're gonna start transporting, and like say our soul's a part of us, you know.
Yeah.
So if we are transporting us physically, then we'd have to transport our soul with us. So then wouldn't we have to also find what our soul is in order to transport us completely?
100%. 100%. We would have to know the full mechanism of it, not just a magic trick. As my good friend would say, the science is extremely important. We need that data. We need to understand how we were even built to contain this, right? Because we're walking souls right now, gentlemen.
Yeah.
We all have one, right?
Mm-hmm.
And at the same time, they're so far away from our reach. So there's something going on in here. That there's an unlock somewhere. There's a mechanism somewhere, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, and even that in itself right there, and as he was saying too, that's why I've always been curious. We've been kind of teased, to be honest with y'all.
Yeah.
And y'all might see it like being loyal to like the big man up there and stuff. But to me, it's just like, bruh, you just gonna leave me halfway, and then you over here doing who knows what and what ages.
Yeah.
And sending random angels. You know how to do that?
Mm-hmm.
You're just gonna just give me. But what's the context then? Right?
And like how he was saying earlier, we're unevolved.
All
right.
So we're fish, is what you're saying.
Like our bodies are horrible. Our backs break all the time. Our knees are not good. Our digestives, yes, it's advanced, but it's not the most advanced. Our brains can be injured by any small thing. Yes, we have, we're able to, the brain is smart enough to accommodate things, but not as much as it should be.
Mm-hmm.
So, again, a question. Do you think an ant is smart?
I think an ant.
Damn, what you got against ants, bro? What you got against ants? What ant isn't hugging you when you go to the family party over there, man? That's crazy. He said, I'm fucking with you. Go ahead, man.
I think an ant has a natural instinct in itself that I think the best way to explain it is, you see that one deer that's going to get killed by a lion because it didn't move.
Right.
You got the other ones that are going to see that, and naturally they're going to be, all right, I got to dip.
Right.
And then that's just going to continue because they saw that other deer just die, bloodline gone. So I think naturally they learned that.
Would you not say that's evolution?
I think you got me there, TBH.
Something in the brain of the deer that died, the other ones didn't have it. Whatever made it go to the road, evolutionarily, it had it in its brain.
Mm-hmm.
It might have been to be more curious. So it went to the road, it died, and this bloodline lost.
Yep.
The other ones, maybe they didn't have that curiosity, so they're still alive. And that's what evolution is. Over time, whatever's going to kill you, the other ones that have a better advantage are the ones that survive.
Well, then I gotta ask, could evolution hold us back?
Technically, yes. It's happening kind of right now.
So
So everyone's living right now. Everyone's having children.
Yeah.
So before, whatever would kill you hundreds of years ago, thousands, even hundreds of years ago, now people are actually living and having children.
Mm-hmm.
So their children are going to have the same defects they have. And we've gotten so good at health or technology that we're able to keep these people alive that would have died 100 years ago.
Yeah.
If they keep having kids, those, you could say, mutations will keep going.
Mm-hmm.
And at that point, yes, technically, evolution could be regressed.
Okay.
So, to leave the religious stuff a little behind, so you guys don't feel that pressure so much. Do you guys believe in the simulation theory? What do you guys think about that? As back to what we were saying earlier, because to me, this is why I never was able to be on that side of things, because I was just like, yeah, right, this is it. Nah, this is definitely not it. It's just not.
Yeah.
There's something about it that always bothered me. Like, no, this is not it. So to me, I do believe this is a version of a reality for sure. It seems to be this level of human version.
But is this a parallel, or is this a simulation made by another civilization?
That's a great question.
Mm-hmm.
Because it could... it would be obvious if it was a parallel, but there is a chance that there's something else running things, right?
How would you know it's a parallel though? What makes it obvious?
Because just think about where we're at. We're just making other realities. Think about where we're at with video games. Just think about where we're at with VR. We're making that reality, right? So there seems to always be a hand as far as the parallel one, right? And the other one would be more obvious because that just seems to be that the universe falls in place like that, as far as my humble opinion on that note.
So you would be saying that since we are close to making a simulation or parallel universe,
We're almost there.
that must mean that we were also created in that way.
Yeah, because everything, even AI, is going to fall into place. We were saying it's inspired by us. It's made in our likeness.
Mm-hmm.
Period. So we keep slowly, like I always argue with this guy.
Yeah.
We're slowly trying to become where we come from. That's why we're 3D printing organs. That's why we're trying to get better.
Where do we come from?
Well, me personally, that's a good question. Can I divert to y'all on that one? Where the hell do we come from? And it doesn't matter. You can say from that perspective. Don't feel bad.
All right, go for it, Anascious.
I'm gonna have to say from the dirt. Came from nothing.
Yeah, true that.
Would you say we are stardust then?
We're what?
Stardust.
Sure, we're stardust. I like that.
He about to kill you, bro. She's like, you're not driving my car ever again.
Yeah.
He said Stardust. Okay.
Yeah, we're stardust. Call it what you want. We're stardust.
But if we're fair,
Yeah.
God made us, right?
Yeah.
That's what you mean, right?
Yeah.
And I'm willing to accept that because, like I was saying, there's always seems to be a maker.
Mm-hmm.
Because AI, we're the makers,
Yeah.
right? And we're developing other realities. There's always seems to be a hand.
Would you not say it's the universe that's a maker?
And then that's where I would agree with them. And if you want to call the universe God or whatever you please, but it's one of the same. In all actuality, for sake of argument.
But would you say God has a consciousness?
No. Because God just is.
He's just okay. And I guess the universe would be the same, where it doesn't really have a consciousness. It's just the universe.
You sure? You can call it what you want. But
But I think you gotta ask: was the universe created?
yeah.
What if the universe was just the universe? The same thing. What if God was just God?
Alright. Alright. So
Come on, man.
the universe
That's what we're here for.
is just the universe.
Okay.
The universe is not anything. So like say let's go with Kant's version. There either is or there isn't.
Mm-hmm.
The universe is, but why is the universe? Is there a why?
Why to the universe?
Yeah.
I would say not necessarily.
Well, let me jump in there to help you a little bit off your own logic, right? Because technically, stardust, right? Because of the atoms and the particles in the stuff that makes us in our biology, right?
Yeah.
So we kind of needed it to come from somewhere.
Yeah.
Or to create this, quote unquote.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the universe didn't need us, though. The universe could have been perfectly fine without humans, without Earth.
Mm-hmm.
It could be perfectly fine without any other solar system or planets. The universe could have just been an empty void.
It could have been. But then,
So-
why are we?
So, well, before we go there, I got a question for y'all then.
Yeah.
Since y'all want to throw questions and shit.
Shit. Send it.
So, does God need us?
No, he
No.
doesn't. He could kill us right now. We'd be alright.
Then why praise him then?
Because he did create us. Because even though he doesn't need us, we're still here alive. Because
No, keep going, sorry.
there's love there. And even though he doesn't need us, he still keeps us here.
So if he didn't care about humans,
Mm-hmm.
why was it that Jesus came?
Because he loves us.
But if he's part of God and God doesn't care about us, why was he even sent in the first place?
God does care about us.
Okay. That's neither here nor there. We're not doing that.
Whoa. We're gonna start throwing hands in here.
Let's go flip the table.
I was like, I don't know if you're stretched.
No,
I don't know
I'm
if
asking
you're...
questions here.
No. But just because that's not the point of today's conversation. But back to what you were saying.
Yeah.
Because that's the same argument that I have with him all the time. Because I'm a big believer that we're here for a reason. We there's something going on. Because even from your side or your guys' side, he hasn't killed us.
Yeah, he has.
He hasn't, right?
What's to say an asteroid comes tomorrow and kills everyone?
So
Humanity's gone.
humanity is gone.
But that was his doom.
Yeah. There will be a second coming. There will be an end of the world. There would be a stop.
But then at that point, there is no more humans as we know it. At that point, it could be that there's no more life in this part of the galaxy. Yes, it might develop somewhere else, but whatever we had here on Earth, whatever was special on Earth, is gone.
Yeah. But it's just going to be gone.
Of course.
It's just going to end. So that's where you get into like, okay, so say, because end of time is going to be just the finish of time.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be the end of the line, the end of the string that just keeps going. There will be an end. So like, it's just going to stop.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it. They just turn off the fucking lights.
They turned off the lights. Guys like, it's over. Bye-bye.
Okay. So I got a question for the tape.
Okay.
How do you allow that to be the base? Or how do you, because you're both curious, right? That's why you're here. That's why this conversation is. But your curiosity stops too? Like just, I don't know. It's just, that's why I can never be on that side of things. Because when they start talking to me like that, and this is the end, and it's because he said, I'm like, nah, bro. You mean this is the end? Like, there's no way. And that might be my ego talking. I will admit that for sure.
Of course, as we've noted.
Oh.
Yeah, we've duly noted.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Paint the narrative.
Yeah.
Yeah. I fuck with it. But you just don't want it to be more? That just sounds, I don't know, that sounds like the neglected dad that doesn't come downstairs when he comes from work. Like, I don't know about that. Like, I'm like, what? What do you mean?
Well, I think when you just say end, it kind of freaks like everyone out, you know? Mm-hmm. And I think it's the end of the material, but not the end of the spiritual.
No, and that's where me and him depart, because I'm on that side of things too.
Yeah.
But like I said earlier, I'm more of, I could probably develop my own machine to do that. Or I could probably take some psychedelics and we could probably get there in 24 hours.
Okay.
No, and it sounds like a joke, but it's true. The science is there. Psychedelics have given us this point where we can 100% reprogram our brain and restructure it regardless of your age and be able to raise that plasticity just how you had it before you gentlemen turned 25.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So there's something there. There's something that happens there. There's a door that's been unlocked.
Yeah.
And when I see that or I hear that, that tells me I'm not that crazy.
But why put yourself in that box? Yeah, I'm gonna ask you the question. Why put yourself in the box of the human brain when there's so much more?
Because I use all my resources.
Okay.
And if this is what I have right now,
mm-hmm.
I'm okay with that. But we're gonna use, just like anything that you ever seen me own.
Yeah.
I use it to the extreme.
Yeah.
If I like a shirt, I'm gonna wear it so much that by the time I wash it, it's gonna deteriorate. I use everything to the max. My phone, my cameras, everything you see here, I use it to the max.
Yeah.
So in that same idea, if this is what I got right now, I'm gonna use this resource to get to where you're saying.
Okay.
But it's gonna be a different channel. It's just gonna be a different lane. You might go through it through the big man.
Yeah.
But I might be just chilling next to you, and you might look at me some type of way, but we're going to the same place. It's
Yeah.
just I got my own little machine over here, and you got the machine that you put your faith in.
Yeah.
So that's all I'm saying. That's why I say, well, as far as me, because I won't talk for Osvaldo, but as far as me, we're saying the same thing. The only difference is I just, I don't worship or I don't certain things. I don't speak a certain way. Because I think I want to get to the same place you're going.
Yeah.
But there's probably a way where we can figure out how to make our own machinery about it. Whatever he's doing, we could probably imitate that. Close enough to it. And psychedelics to me right now is that door. It's that door it's right there. It's not a joke. It's not a fantasy. It's real science, and it's a way for us to better understand our brain. Because once we better understand our brain, all the doors become unlocked. Now you just got to be strong enough to go through them.
Yeah, and now the doors of the brain become unlocked until you reach the limit of the brain, and you're gonna be stuck in the same place. Why stick yourself in a 3-dimensional time?
See, and you keep trying to put me in a box.
I'm trying to elevate you. I'm trying to get you higher.
Box. It's like no. But listen.
All right.
Hold on. Let me switch it up, right?
Go ahead.
Because you're bringing up the psychedelics, so I gotta ask you, what about the people who are limited, right? Because shrooms that can bring out the schizophrenia, and if that runs in your family. So the people that are limited by that, are they not able to reach the same point that you are?
So psilocybin is again, as you know, it's just a chemical. There are different analogs. We just haven't found them yet. These analogs are in the world already, but there can technically be a psilocybin-like drug that could be engineered, could be natural. We don't know yet. That could be used for people with schizophrenia. Right now, the natural psilocybin we have now is too dangerous. But we could find a derivative or an analog, something similar to psilocybin, but for people with schizophrenia, to get them at the same level.
I got a question for y'all.
All right.
Send it. Sorry.
No, you fired up. You trying to catch that. I love his energy.
He said, say it with your chest.
I did say it with the chest.
Okay. Do you guys think that the first time you ever got high in your life was in deep prayer?
High in my life?
The first time where you felt elevated, where something felt different.
Is this not a PG-13 show?
No, we are adults.
Yeah.
It's not for kids. My brother watches sometimes, no, but he's far away. So, is that the first time you gentlemen got elevated? I won't use high, because, when we use high, we think drugs right away. But we're far from that point. In deep prayer, do you guys think that's the first time you elevated your human brains? As my friend Alfonso would say, we're still going to come back to that, by the way. But do you think in deep thought, that was the first time you elevated yourself?
What is prayer, Anascious?
Yeah, please. Because, I don't be praying.
I think for me, prayer is a deep conversation with God. And it's something that at least for me, I think you too, you can cut me off if I'm wrong for you.
No, you just send it, bro.
But
fired up. Fuck these guys.
But it's your relationship with God that you're building.
I got it.
And so when you're building that relationship and you're there with God, for me, it was something freeing. I didn't care about anything around me. Everything was just kind of gone.
So you felt elevated?
Yes.
For the first time in your life, right?
Yes.
You. Thank you.
All right, so.
No. Answer the question.
Okay. Before I start giving you what prayer is.
Of course.
Can't
wait to hear about it.
I think we've agreed on prayer before, but prayer, I've definitely felt like it's a form of elevating yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And taking yourself somewhere in a relationship with the big man, as you like to call him.
I can't call him anything else, man.
And connecting with him directly. Which is why I disagree with that you need so many words and so many prayers. pray the Hail Mary. These prayers are specialized for whatever. Pray the Hail Mary.
Get the Pope here?
Nah.
Who's disagreeing with you?
All right, pray the Hail Mary. Pray the Our Father. Pray whatever you want.
Do that.
I think that as long as you are coming, like it's a relationship, you and the big man. If the best way for you to connect, just like repeating those prayers over and over, so that the monotony can take you out of here and take you higher. That's all the rosary is.
Wouldn't that be meditation?
Call it what you want.
Yeah.
It's meditation, it's prayer, it's whatever you want. There's like certain prayers that you do gotta pray.
Which one? Since you want to say the ones that you shouldn't pray.
No, I'm saying pray what you want. I'm saying, but like there's like prayers of thanks,
Mm-hmm.
of course, and I think those are the biggest ones.
Gratitude to y'all, whoever's watching.
Yeah, but like prayers of thanks and prayers of like, there are certain prayers that like you just like you do pray, whether it be out of habit, whether it be out of thanks, whether it be out of like forgiveness, yeah. But like when you're praying and when you're standing there and you just want to give yourself entirely to God, then yeah, it gives you a high. Because call it a high.
I call it
Elevation.
Call it a high, call it a trip, call it an elevation. You're freeing yourself from the material into the spiritual, so you can connect with the spiritual.
Because meditation, that is scientifically, that is what it does. So your amygdala is constantly active. So when you go into meditation, it basically brings down the amygdala, and you're able to activate your prefrontal cortex. Mm-hmm. And kind of how Anascious said, more freeing. So whatever thoughts or stresses you had, that your amygdala had, prefrontal cortex is able to kind of effectively not take them to heart, or not take that stresses as an emotional thing, and it just lets you be free with it. So the thing with meditation is that, like, let's say you're stressed, you don't really think of stress in a bad way. With meditation, you're supposed to allow the stress to go through you so it can pass. Mm-hmm. So it works in a similar way, where whatever you have on your mind, you can just let them go free.
But is it just to do that, or is it to have a deeper spiritual connection?
I got you on this one. With me, it is.
Mm-hmm.
But, so, I brought up prayer because that's a good relatable point. Because a lot of times I say psychedelics and I say this and people get scared, and I get it. You know, I understand the sheltering. No shots.
Illegal substances.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it. You know, you're supposed to be scared, right? That's what they told you on the news. But to me, praying is the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of the many tools. Now, whatever that is for you.
So you're comparing praying to taking drugs?
No. Taking specific kind of substances. Chill on the words.
Chill
on the words. It's a good one.
We're not going to get paid if you keep saying stuff like that.
They want the Rembos, man.
Yeah.
Demonetization is a thing.
No, but to me, like, let's say I did agree with y'all in every way, right?
Yeah.
Even if I did, I would try to use prayer in that way. Let's elevate.
Yeah.
Right? Not just to connect with the big guy, but let's open a different reality through this elevation, right? Because just as you with your vehicle, you're not satisfied where it sits right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna tweak it. You're gonna try different things. You're gonna try different clutches, right?
Yeah.
Then you just get it attuned, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's all. I want y'all to give it a chance in that way.
Okay.
Like, definitely connect with the big guy. Make sure you check in with him, and you're good for the heaven trip, for sure. But use it to elevate an idea. Use it to actually expand this reality.
Yeah.
Once you elevate yourself, come back. You might have an idea we couldn't foresee here in this reality, and that's all I'm saying. Because I'm not really disagreeing.
Yeah.
I just like the same way you end up in heaven.
Yeah.
Whatever. You're gonna be right here. I'll be right under you in my own little vehicle. It's gonna be like shocking. I die and shit because I made it, but I'm going for the same thing.
Okay.
Now, is that to go? Say, like, I'm 100% God and whatever you say, go. No, it's more. Let's expand this reality. Let's make ourselves better. Stop being so easy to die. Right? Because to me.
Yeah.
That's really understanding God.
Mm-hmm.
Becoming God is really understanding God. To me, and that's how I feel, and that's why that curiosity is so big for me. Because if you really want to understand this guy, let's become it. Let's really know what that is. Let's push it, right? Or create a. You want a bathroom break?
No, I love what you're saying though.
No, but do you think it's possible though?
But no, go.
But the curiosity will take you there if you allow it.
Yeah.
Like it's not. This is not the first time anybody has ever said this thing.
Mm-hmm.
They've been talking about it.
Yeah.
What do you think Socrates was doing after he touched like little kids? Like he was talking about the same shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to Socrates, touch little kids.
Socrates.
And Da Vinci too. That one broke my heart.
Oh,
but anyways.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That's what they were doing.
Mm-hmm.
Because.
So is that what you want to do?
Don't want to do the first part, by the way. Good try, though. Good try.
Watch out, all those
we
kids.
got to support any PDF situations anywhere. But yeah, because why the limitation? Like, if we only get one of these, why? Like, so that's my thing. And that's just that I don't know. That's the only way I can go to sleep at night. Any other way, if I'm just living to die, nah, I might as well just die now. But just living to die, I don't know. And another thing, I'm gonna throw out there because you guys got me, motherfucker, going.
Okay.
Right back at you.
Yeah.
I think we were programmed to think we have to die.
Yeah.
I think that's a karma that was built in us a long time ago. Call it the Garden of Eve. In those times.
Yeah.
Right. Let's put that setting in there. Right. I think
Yeah.
Around those times, that karma was built so we don't, because we're moral humans, right? That's what they like to say about us. We're moral humans. Because that's the program.
Mm-hmm.
That karma has built into that since the Garden of Eden days and whatever they were telling those two first humans.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't even think we're even supposed to die.
We're not. You're true. You're right. We're not supposed to die. And I love what you're saying about how you want to become God. Because I want to become God at the end of the day.
That was an easy flip.
I love it so much because I think my favorite thing that you did is you quoted one of my favorite saints. Saint Athanasius, man.
I'm quoting scripture and shouting.
You quoted.
That's crazy.
You quoted Mr. Saint Athanasius on the incarnation. What if it was already done, man? What if you were just ready to die? What if man? What if God became man?
He did. That's why he sent that homeboy that didn't make it long. Got caught up with the.
Yeah. So then man can become God. I want to become God.
But you want to become God in look at me, give me the A+ type of way.
Do it.
Like I did your service. Like I was a worthy person for your love, right?
Yeah.
That's the way you want to become.
Yeah.
You want to be better than God.
No, definitely not saying that. That's some crazy talk. We're not gonna go there today. He's gonna throw hands, bro.
Trying to be godlike.
No, my thing is reach God level, and I'm only saying God because of y'all. I rarely use that term. I'm more of a universe. If I have to pick a religion, I'm probably more Buddhist than anything, to be honest with y'all. That's what I think is here, right? But to reach those levels is to be able to expand this reality, man. I'm not trying to become something to get a pat on the back.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need the pat on the back.
Yeah.
Like, it's cool.
Mhm.
You know, but let's help let's make the earth better. Let's have a better understanding of what it means to be a human and what it means to exist.
Yeah.
Let's reach levels that we were not supposed to reach, as you said, right?
Yeah.
So why not that? Because humanity seems to be carrying a burden of darkness all the time. It's not gonna go away anytime soon. So when are we gonna get away from that? When are we gonna reach that golden era, right? Because that's why I want to do it, right? Because we have to give ourselves, because a lot of times people that do have faith, they're doing it for him, but why don't you just actually do it?
Do it for yourself.
Yeah, just actually do it. Better this reality, or make this reality something that it shouldn't be. Because that's what I really for. It's not, to me, it's not really about becoming quote unquote God.
Yeah.
It's just, if we have those abilities,
Mm-hmm.
oh man, the universe is a wide open like journey and invention itself.
All right, we'll backtrack a little bit because you were saying humanity seems like we're in darkness, right? So why do you think that, though?
Well, there's a lot of factors, right? There's definitely a lot of factors. But as he would say, I think we're very weak mentally, in our hearts.
Oh yeah.
I think morally we're off, ethically. I'm a big morals ethics guy. That's where my philosophy falls into, right?
That's where the training is in.
We're not talking about that training on camera.
I got some training, the Nicomachean Ethics. Shout out Aristotle.
Yeah. But that's why. But you asked me the question because you knew the answer, right? That's why you asked me the question.
So you guys think we're in dark times too then?
Yeah. I'm saying we're fucked.
No. Let me finish my vote because he's shooting over here. So you knew the answer, right?
Yeah.
So that's the point. Let's bypass that.
You're
Why?
saying there can be a different answer?
Of course. Of course. Look at us now.
Mm-hmm.
Different answer or different equation, though?
Definitely quick.
Okay.
Definitely quick. Well, that's what I've been telling them the whole time. While y'all go up with the big man, me and Osvaldo gonna be in this Back to the Future looking little machine that might catch on fire anytime, but we're going the same place.
But are you guys in there because it's making you happy?
You answer that. I can't speak for you.
I don't think I'm on that vehicle though.
No, that's what I wanted to throw it to you because I don't think you will get in that vehicle with me.
No, I always go to a different vehicle, but I don't think I'm on that particular vehicle.
Yeah, but the vehicle is more of that idea of these other possibilities. It's whatever possibilities you want. That's more of the idea of the vehicle. Obviously, if you want your own vehicle, you can have your own vehicle, right? And your own ideas and whatever realities you want to explore. But this is just the general idea. You know what I mean?
I would like to explore all the realities.
And that's all we're saying. And
Why stop at one?
Why limit yourself?
Why stop at two?
Because you have to die.
Because you can bypass. It's like what I'm trying to do is
What are you trying to do?
What I'm trying to do
Let's go.
is I'm trying to go from being a player in the game to becoming the creator.
So you want to build your own universe?
At the end, no, I want to join. I just want to join the maker, man. Why not? Take Minecraft for example. Go to survival, live it out. But at the end of the day, you die. Imagine just becoming, what's his name?
Creative mode.
Yeah, join creative mode. You wanna go to creative mode, and you wanna stop at creative mode.
So I can't do that without worshiping.
I'm not saying. Look, you could go to creative mode, but why not join the maker?
I mean, I'll wait till the dude. I'll be like, hey, you actually up here, man. Good for y'all. Y'all were right. I'll see you guys in a bit, though. We gotta go see what's going on over here. Like I told you from the beginning of this conversation, you're saying the same thing. Your intentions are a little different.
Mm-hmm.
And I respect that. There's nothing wrong with that. Everybody needs a purpose, for sure.
Yeah.
But me, on my end, I don't know. And I don't know nothing, right? I'm nobody.
Mm-hmm.
But my purpose is we got to stretch this reality as much as we can. And we got to stretch this existence as much as we could.
Yeah.
That acceptance shit, no. I'm not okay. especially when you're telling me I'm godlike, maybe I got some in there.
Yeah.
Just gotta unlock it. Okay. Well, let me figure out how to unlock it, and then we can really start playing.
Okay.
So earlier,
Yeah.
I got the notion because we're about to wrap it up.
Gotcha.
So earlier, you good though? You good?
Yeah, I'm
We still
chilling.
good? We still
I'm
good?
chilling.
We still good?
Of course we're good,
Yeah.
man. That's why I came down to sit with you, man. Cause college got me
Get off your
sitting.
chest. Get off your
College
chest.
got me
Let's go.
sitting in the dorm room playing my little guitar, watching freaking Netflix. I watched like, oh my gosh, I watched half of Suits in like a month. It was bad. It was bad. And then now, like, here's my time to like let out my thoughts.
I think college isn't it.
No, fuck no, it's not, bruh.
Right. There's not a lot of college classes, at least at my campus. You don't get to have these types of conversations.
Mm-mm.
You feel hindered because everything is so direct and so focused.
Yes.
And you don't get to explore, at least from what I've experienced.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go there. So, as far as I know, right?
Yeah.
College campus were made to what's the fucking wording they like to use? Thinking
To expand, innovate,
No.
learn.
Not complicated thinking.
Contemplate.
No, like the thinking. You know that little like word they like to use when they sell you on the little stupid ass pamphlets.
Elevation to higher thinking.
No, that'd be my
Higher
college.
thought.
No, that'd be MTI University.
Hector Torres.
No, complex thinking or whatever. So schools or college were made for you to think in a better way,
Innovatively.
but you're hindered.
Yeah.
Big time.
That's not cool, man.
No.
Why do you think that is? Well, what's your experience as well?
I think it depends.
You're still in the game.
So it depends, like, because your basic classes are basic for a reason. You're just trying to learn the basics. You might not. These classes are tailored for everyone. So whatever experience you have, you can build on it. If you have no experience, you can learn from it. But once you start going deeper into your end of your bachelor's or your master's or your PhD, that's when you can focus on something. That's when you can be creative.
Mm-hmm.
But you need to learn the basics first.
Yeah.
All right, let me throw out like out of the ballpark class that I took last semester.
Right.
Colorado Water.
Oh yeah. Shout out to MSU.
3,000 level
No
class.
All my MSU goers.
And it was just a class about Colorado water. Don't get me wrong, there were some things debatable and intellectual about it. We definitely had discussions and definitely shared different opinions.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, it was always led back to this is the answer and this is what's going to get you the right answer to your question.
So, because I do agree with what Osvaldo just said, right? But, so, if I ever made it to the point where I can be a professor, I'd probably be a philosophy professor, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you guys came into my class.
Yeah.
The first day, well, you'll have a copy of the syllabus, but your college kids are grown-ups. Go through it. We're not going to go through it in class. First thing would be like, everything you have learned since your freshman year for this time in my class, forget it.
Mm-hmm.
How to pass tests, how to cheat, how to study, forget it.
Mm-hmm.
Let's have real human thought. And I think there has to be a combination of, yes, because like you always say, the basics are also important, like it or not, even if they're boring. They are valid, extremely needed. But along with that, we need to be able to expand even since the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
You're taking money out of my pocket, you're making me take loans, whatever your situation is, right?
Mm-hmm.
So every minute, every second should count.
Yeah.
Because at some point, what are we doing? Just developing factory workers or people to get out reports so the company can grow?
Mm-hmm.
And if that's what you want to do, that's fine too. No judgment there. But I am with you because that's always been my fight with school in general. Like, high school is mad boring to me. Like, this shit was, I feel like I've wasted my time in high school sometimes. Like, you should just put me in college at this point. Like, let me figure it out there.
Mm-hmm.
Right? But there has to be that so that thinking can get better. Because the only reason this conversation is happening because you guys have that capability.
Yeah.
And to me, or just my personal experience, that's what makes it easier for me to understand things. When I can just actually think about them and take them in my way, those basics become even more. Because I always think about it. If they would have talked to me about math from a more like Pythagoras way, I would have been into math. And until to this day, I love math. I think math is probably the most important thing we have as humans.
But are you good at math?
Well, no.
Felt that.
Definitely not good at math, but that's exactly what I'm saying. If they would have started from the Pythagoras standpoint or the Egyptians, I'd be like, oh, okay.
What's their standpoint?
We're not going to get to that right now. But now we can have the conversation. Now you have me. You have my full attention. Teach me, right?
Yeah.
And that's all I'm saying. And I don't know if that's where you're trying to go.
Yeah. I was going to ask you, though, how do you feel about this new math that they're teaching kids?
Oh, put me on. I don't even know. I've been out of school. What's this new math?
From what I've heard, a lot of these like newer generations are going through these math classes. Like they start you with the original kind of 1 + 1 = 2, and then they kind of flip the switch with how the equations are done. You're getting the same answer, but they're making it like 10 times complicated.
What do you mean?
I don't have a good example.
Where have you seen this? Let us help you. Where did you see this? What do you mean? Do they want things specifically like one way?
Like a new way. Like they're trying to get a new way of like division, for example. Instead of your classic long division equations, they're trying to switch it and have you do extra steps. And
like division's always been extra
I've
steps.
never done the long division.
Really?
what?
I've never just gone down the line subtracted? No way.
That's crazy.
Elaborate.
I remember I got taught the new math then.
What's the new
You
math?
taught yourself the new math, I think.
Yeah.
Without trying. No, but I'm with you because I have cousins the same. They don't. I've never, like I said, like from whatever. Nobody ever does long division.
I do long division.
Long division's like life sometimes.
Yeah, you got to do it in algebra too.
How was long division?
No,
Yo!
no, chill out. Don't say that. Come on, bro. Come on.
You gotta.
I'm not gonna let you do that to yourself. You know what? It's literally doing it step by step.
I've never done that before.
What? You have to do it. It's like part of algebra too, except like
He's got to be messing with us.
No.
Like you long
he's not.
divide it.
I've never done this before.
No, he's not.
How do you do like?
What kind of math you be doing?
Do you either do it in your head or the calculator?
Well, in my head, like if I'm gonna divide, like if I need to divide, let's say 136, I'm gonna see that 100, so I need to divide that by 2, so 50. So 136 divided by 2.
He just does it in his head.
Yeah.
Basically. He doesn't need to.
I separate all the numbers.
He does it one by one.
Mm.
I'm telling you, he's smart.
Oh no, maybe I'm just a little slow.
Nah, yeah, I'm just really.
Maybe I was on that short.
No,
He said, "Tell you you're smart." All right, gentlemen. All right. I want to end it on 2 points tonight, because I don't want to let you youth out so late. First, are we scared of AI? Because earlier when we had our technical difficulties and we went black, I got the sense that side of the table is scared of technology. What do you think about AI?
What do you think of the Vision Pro?
the Vision Pro, I don't like it.
Tell us why.
I don't like it. It's useful in some aspects, sure. Use it around your house. Use it to play games. Use it to elevate your experience. Whatever they brand it to. Once you start viewing your whole reality through that, then all of a sudden you lose the sense of reality.
Is that not what glasses are meant for? You take them off, you lose all reality.
But aren't they meant to give you a clearer reality?
I know. What's to say the Vision Pro doesn't give you a clear reality either?
Because in the reality, let's say this is the reality, right? I'm seeing clear just what's in front of me.
Yeah.
With the Vision Pro, if I've got all these like extra pop-ups in my face, those aren't there.
Yeah.
What do you call traffic then? Those are extra pop-ups.
That's just people being stupid.
Low
It's still
key.
part of the reality though.
Yeah,
Right?
but it's
you have people crossing the street.
Say I go to Starbucks, right?
Right.
And
What's
I
your
got
Starbucks order? Speaking of Starbucks, trying to get that
Starbucks.
the
Sorry.
caramel ribbon crunch, low key.
the iced brown sugar. What's it called?
The oat
Brown
milk
sugar oat milk shaken espresso.
That sounds fire. So what were you saying?
Like, say I go to Starbucks, right? And I don't have my order memorized.
Right.
And I got that Vision Pro on. Say I got my Starbucks order in the notes over here somewhere. I got a game going on across here. But the reality is, that's not really there. If I were to take that off, see through the clear lens, the only thing that's there is me, the menu, and the barista.
Shout out to Camilo. Cinnamon Dolce Latte is his order. Iced.
Oh yeah.
Shout out to Camilo. Okay, so that means you're never going to be open to driving an electric car then? That's what you're telling me. You're going to drive exhaust all your life then until you die.
100%.
Till I die, I will never drive anything economic. Till I die, I will release emissions in the air. I plan to get a diesel and roll coal on an electric car someday.
That V10 one day.
No, but I agree. Okay, so I was thinking one day, I was like, some people do need electric vehicles. Like I was thinking about my mom. Like, she doesn't know that she got to change her spark plugs every 40,000 miles. She got power steering fluid. She got all these fluids inside of her. Not in, like, inside her car. Inside her car. Inside her car. Like, and then now she just has an electric Volvo that has to get updates every now and then. Like, there's people that need it. Because, like, of course my mom is not going to, like, be the person to be like, oh, I need to go do this. I need to go do that. She just wants a car that takes her from point A to point B, runs 200,000 miles, will take her there, and that's all it needs to do.
All right, so then how do you feel about the Volvo? And this is what Volvo quoted, not me. A car made for women, designed by women.
They said that?
Yes.
Oh, when did they say
I gotta
that?
get out of this camera shot. Y'all look like you're about to get into a whole different zone.
Right. And they said this car, you didn't have to do nothing on it.
Yeah.
And it was just going to be fine. No oil changes, no nothing. They said this car was like indestructible. Never released it, but it's there.
Oh, I remember.
You know what
that
I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
I know what you're talking about.
Well, gentlemen, just if it makes you feel any better, as far as the data right now, I think, and shout out to Earn Your Leisure, that's where I get my info from. I think everybody is 30% of people going to electric, going back to regular gasoline cars.
Yep.
California just took back their law, so right now it's kind of overhyped. So,
But did you see Porsche?
Uh-huh.
They're actually killing their gas powered.
The Macan.
Mm-hmm.
However, the Cayenne, they're still making it a hybrid V8. It just broke track records too.
ooh, shout out to
Because, like, Charger, like, again, how you were talking about. Remember when you were talking
Oh,
about
yeah.
the electric Charger?
Yeah, the
What's the sound
It
again?
goes.
The vacuum cleaner.
Yeah.
The Dyson.
It goes. It goes. It does a certain sound.
What's the certain
Yeah,
sound?
y'all could look that up.
No, we need context. You're on
Oh,
the
so,
podcast.
all right. So there was a
Make
concept
the
car.
sound.
There was a concept car apparently that had an electric exhaust, right? And it just happened to go like, "Meow." It just happened to do
I
that.
take that back.
It happened. It
Fuck that
happened.
noise today. I'll never hear that shit ever again. Fuck that.
That's how it went. Look it up. It was
I
a concept
believe you.
car. Never
I
came
don't want you
out.
staring at my eyes and making that noise.
I will happily do
That's
it.
not any issue with that.
You say you're getting a little too deep.
Oh. I'm getting to you, man.
Oh, fuck, that's crazy. No, but what I was trying to say is, it seems like if you go back, you want to stay out of the flip phone. That's what that sounds like. And it's not possible. Especially y'all, gentlemen. Y'all like convenience.
I don't know. I'd be cool with the flip phone.
I'd be cool walking.
You want to start that challenge?
Yeah.
Please let me know.
Give me a flip phone. And I'll just put my contacts. Just text and calls.
Do you
He's
know
been-
what you're saying?
He's been wanting to do that for a while.
Well, I think that's a
But
good.
I think that's one aspect. Like, I feel like it's gonna be easy to just have a flip phone, but what does the smartphone represent? It represents media. So, again, how you were saying, music, or even videos.
How you gonna keep up
That's
with the Porsche
what-
updates?
That's what you would have to get rid of.
It might be worth it.
How you gonna check if your homie's good on Snapchat?
Yeah.
I just send him a text. Hey, yo.
Working.
You know the old school ones with the pop up screen? You just have the keyboard right there? Rock one of those.
So at the end of the day, it's because you like life a little more simpler in that way.
Yeah.
Well, because I would say the Vision Pro is first step? Because right now it's going to be
Baby step.
Yeah, right now it's a screen in front of you, but later on it's going to be an implant.
Yeah.
Already kind of.
So how do you feel about Elon's implant that he
Neuralink?
made? Yeah.
The idea is great. I love that he has materialized it, but due to the capitalistic nature of things, I wouldn't put one in my head unless back to the original idea. If I develop it myself or make my own version of it and I want the data processing, I'm game. But I've been trying to be a robot for a while now. So I'm with whatever we need to do.
He's gonna come in a few years, robot arm.
Yeah.
Yeah. But my I've been telling you this, and I think I told you this too. It's weird how the same arguments I used to have as a 12, 15-year-old kid that I was having with older people, I'm having it with your young asses now. Because we don't want this advancement almost. And that's strange to me. That feels backwards. And you guys were born into the internet. I at least got it halfway through my life because of my age. So I lived half of my life without the internet until MySpace popped up. But I was cool. I was actually outside, right? Mm-hmm. So what is this fight? Why are we scared of advancement? Why are we scared of... Because there's nothing you can do about it. There's nothing you can get the flip phone. Of course, do it. And if you're down, that can be a great content piece that we can even make. But it's going to happen, like it or not.
I don't think it's a fear of advancement.
Sounds like it to me.
You know, because advancement isn't inherently bad.
It's never bad.
But when you become 100% reliant on it...
But you're reliant right now.
I think that's when it becomes...
Your computer has a car. Your car, literally.
Yes, your computer does have a car.
Yeah. Your computer has a car, and your car has a computer.
Hey, don't make fun of your dyslexic friends. But yes, you know what I mean. But you already are, though. You are. It's too late. You're already reliant. There's no way about it. Even him that he's going to stay on straight gas car, that's fine. That GTI still has a computer.
It does.
Those windows still need to go up and down.
Mm-hmm.
That Bluetooth needs to connect.
Have you guys seen that new WRX? Even if it's stick shift, it could still it does an adaptive.
Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that whole. That is.
Why are you telling me that now? Holy shit, that's annoying.
So it drives itself even though it's stick shift.
The new
what?
I think it's the Forerunner too. The new Forerunner. It's a manual gearbox.
Yeah.
But there's a setting in it, and you can set it to rev match for you, so you can just.
Yeah.
You don't even gotta measure up the.
Nah. Just two pedals. Just. The third one's there if you want to use it.
That's just an advancement.
If you want to use it. If you want to use it, bro.
It's like telling God is not real over there.
No, what was that?
Like with the WRX, like the adaptive cruise control, like you need to be at a strength, like you need to be above second gear, and it'll just go by itself. But you wouldn't be able to stop and go, like with automatics. Or even it has like the emergency stop, which are usually very hard to implement, but somehow Subaru has implemented it.
Maybe they just got automatic clutches or something.
No, I think it is a full-on manual.
It's a full manual too.
Yeah, it's a full manual.
And then, regardless of how you feel, I kind of share the same sentiment. But as we were saying earlier, and I think that's the way we should view it until they become sentient or conscious, and they start fighting for their rights. It's a tool.
Like, would you use the self-driving cars?
No.
Why? Are you that egotistic?
No, but the control it takes from me.
You mean the control?
Well, I just used one in San Francisco.
Yeah.
Well, watch the short.
True that.
I think just the control that it can take, right? I think driving, at least for me, is part of it's the experience.
Of course.
I mean, part of that's what you make it. You know, whether the car's driving you or you're driving the car. What was it, 3 years?
3 years.
Okay, that's fair. Okay, that makes more sense. Okay, yeah, I gotta remember that. That's fair. Because you just started driving.
It's the experience for me, right? Whether the car's driving you or you're driving the car. But there's a difference when it comes to just the car driving you. You're not doing what you would normally be doing. Like what they were doing back with the Model T, the Ford.
Yeah.
Everything you had to do. That car, no tech, pretty much. Just
So that means if we were in that era, you would want to go back to the horses and carriage.
it'd be cool, low key.
You said it'd be cool. You could go ride horses anytime, any day.
Well, if you're going further, you're just walking.
For real.
Yeah. True
Why not
that.
just walk everywhere?
Why not?
You good? You good?
Yeah. I'm
Alright.
chilling.
So my thing is just tech is a tool. It's able to make you better in like anything else that you consume. You just gotta be disciplined about it. You have to. And I can't. It still blows my mind that I have to tell y'all this, because it's not how it's supposed to be happening, bro. And this is why this conversation is so important, or these conversations, because there's something going on where you guys were born into advancement, but you're fighting it. It's a little odd.
This goes back.
Disagree?
Well, this goes back to the conversation we were having earlier, where is a calculator a tool? So, at what point do other new advancements also become tools, where we just also take them for granted?
Because your phone is your number one tool right now. So you
So,
order your food.
what's to say we develop a supercomputer that has quantum physics in it onto your phone?
And then when we come back, we'll wrap up. I got a final question for you.
I should.
All right. While he goes on that bathroom break, shout out. I don't know. Shout out to whoever came back after the technical difficulty. Subscribe, like. Shout out to Alfonso and Anascious. And then after Alfonso comes back, we'll wrap it up. So we don't wrap it up too late. So yeah. I don't think we're gonna ever use. We're gonna go back to this. Looks good.
Yeah.
And then we can still use one mic. But how you feeling, Ignatius, over there? Was it everything you thought it was gonna be?
Yeah, I liked it. It's fun. Personally, I like having conversations like this. You know, like, even at the end of the day, if we don't agree 100%, the part is expanding the thought process. And
Right.
being able to understand where you guys are coming from.
Yeah, that's what I tell Jesus. I'm like, sometimes you have to get the gears going. Sometimes the gears don't go.
Shout out to you, son. Whoever that
Grinding
is.
gears?
I don't know. Shout out to you, man. Appreciate the love. No, but that's what this is about. It's not about convincing anybody. It's not about to get you on my side or you. No, it's just the conversation is what's valuable. Now, what you go do with that info, that's up to you. Because that's why the higher thought is important. Bop. You good? You good?
Oh, I'm chilling now. Oh, I was freaking out. Whew.
Why, you thought you were about to pee your pants?
I was.
I told you.
I can't.
Full tank?
Full tank, bro.
I told you from the first time if you wanted to go, you didn't have to wait.
I know, but I didn't. I thought I was chilling, and then I drank this last bottle of water, and it got to me. Can't lie.
Okay, no. So,
Oh, now I'm like lying. Okay.
all right. Well, I'm glad that you feel that way because I want to end it on this note, right? And this is more to both of y'all. But just turn it down. If you feel that you can answer it too, I don't think so. You can jump in.
Whatever answer.
Okay. So, have any of both of you in your experience or in your career of faith, right? Have you ever felt that you've lost God or God has lost you? And what have you done to find that faith?
Just walk backwards.
I've definitely
Like
questioned it
traces.
at times. 100%.
Can you be a little more direct? When have you questioned it and why? I think they signed disclaimers that nothing was off the table. I'm pretty sure they did. So I
I asked you, bro. I asked you.
It was like it was on the table.
yeah, so. But obviously, if you don't feel comfortable, you don't have to. But keep expanding in a different way in your answer.
Yeah. Questioning if what I'm doing is right, and I'm going about it the right way. Like, if I was doing it right, then why am I not like getting a response? Or where is he? And then, not to get into too much detail, but something's happened, and then
Give me the content. No, I'm joking. Go ahead.
Give him all the content.
No, go ahead. No, you don't have to.
it was a big change. It was a hit to my pride, big time.
Are we talking about heartbreak?
Nah,
Okay, just making sure.
but it was a hit to my pride and my ego a little bit.
How big is your ego, Anascious? What would you rate it? Is it like here? Is it like my friend Osvaldo's, like a giant?
Yeah, it's pretty up there.
I think before it used to be like
Way up higher?
way up.
Nobody can talk to Anascious.
Nah,
Is that the case?
I couldn't talk to Anascious.
Yeah, get it off your chest.
Yeah, I was.
Get it off your
It was
chest.
bad.
I couldn't talk to him. He was too with those people.
Oh,
Alright,
okay.
clarify. What do you mean those people?
Oh, this
It was like So it was.
Just
You know,
clarify but generalize at the same time.
clarify but generalize. I think it
Be
was.
as direct as possible.
I will actually. It was specifically when
Was it? Which year? Just give me a year.
I'll give you sophomore year. I think your first relationship.
No, that's valid because we didn't hang as much.
Mm-hmm.
We stopped talking after freshman year a little bit.
Yeah, because we didn't have the same class, TBH.
We didn't have the same class, and I was kind of hanging with her friend group.
Yeah, and you left to them,
As you do.
and then he kind of left us.
How make you feel, Rolando? Not your friend.
It was rough. I can't lie. I didn't know him like that though. It was still freshman year. Like I wasn't like disappointed, but I was like, yeah, he was a random, but I was like, no, it might have been nice to like be like good friends with that guy.
And it was taken away from you, right?
Yeah, I mean not really taken away, but like it kind of felt like,
Possibility was there.
Well, I don't know if you could say taken away because then we did baseball,
Oh, we did baseball.
and that was sophomore year.
Oh.
Okay, all right. I don't want to get you guys out here that late. So basically, you're saying you definitely have questions. There's been specific situations where your ego and your pride, where you wanted to get a reaction. You wanted to see if he was there, if your work has paid off, right?
Yes.
So what did you do to get out of that state of mind? Because I'm guessing you're not there no more.
No. And it was more of like when that hit to my ego and pride was done, that was his response. Bringing me down to build me up, pretty much.
How do you build yourself up?
In my relationship with him, the big man, as you call him,
We can call him God.
God.
I'm
And
getting
so
nervous. What's up, man?
my relationship with God, building that up, but also building me up as a better person morally.
Are you at that level? How have you gotten to that level?
Do you feel like God?
Not yet. I still got my struggles, 100%. But I think that's kind of what makes us human too.
All right, now you, Alfonso, same question. So what do you do when you feel you've lost your connection or you lost your way on your road to your faith? What do you do? And have you ever been there?
I think I have. I think I've been there a few times. And usually it's me thinking that I could do what I want. And like losing a sense of my morality. So losing a bit of my conscience telling me, hey, that's not good. But me not giving a fuck.
So what is it that you want to do?
I want, like, say he follows, there's a way to be with God and like God. And there's a step-by-step program called the Bible, TBH. It's 2 steps. Love your neighbor as yourself. And like, God above all things, right? God above all things, love your neighbor as yourselves. It's like the 10 commandments, put them into 2. It's not hard. But yeah, at the end of the day, it kind of is hard. when you put it into practice, it doesn't sound hard. But putting it into practice is that realization that I can't do what I want. So I guess it is that ego. Thinking that I'm better than God and I know better than him. And in doing that, I limit myself.
Okay, last one, and we'll go, because you guys keep saying interesting shit. And I respect it. And that was well answered. Anything you want to add? I got this last question. So what if you wake up tomorrow, and through whatever types of messaging, you've been shunned? God is not going to kill you, but I don't need your belief anymore. Go figure it out without me. And I'm giving you full, don't worry, I'm not going to hold it against you when you die. I just don't need your belief. I don't need you to have faith. And he shunned you. And he made that clear through whatever messaging, through a dream, through a deja vu moment, through some weird message when you're driving. I don't know, whatever that is. What would he do, Ignatius? When God said, nah, bruh, I don't need your faith. You gotta go figure out your own. Don't use me. Don't read my words. Nothing. What are you doing?
Probably trying to take control of my own life.
It's become full psychopath. Full egotistic.
Why not?
Go live on my own little homestead.
Wait.
Only rely on myself. That's probably what I would try to do.
But would you feel stronger or weaker? Would you deem it possible if you've been shunned by the big man himself?
At first, probably weaker. And then, due to having self-reliance over time, hopefully if it got to that point, hypothetically it would be feeling like I'm the man and I'm in control 100%.
Is it possible?
I don't know.
Now he shuns you.
He shuns me.
And then you know your situation, so your message is right there in the morning when you wake up. He's like, oh, here's a message from God. You've been shunned.
It's that floating shopping list from SpongeBob. Just
yeah, I've been shunned. Why not go full psychopath?
But why? See, we gotta leave on time, man. You keep saying shit. But why does it have to be bad?
Because why not? If I had a chance to be good, it's because like it's a relationship as it is. If I gave you all I had and you said fuck you straight to my face and you shunned me out, why would I listen to you? Why would I follow anything?
But then you're saying fuck you to everyone else.
I would, because he created everyone else. So why would I need anybody else?
But what about people that don't believe?
So I don't care.
You would have fucked them as well.
Yeah, sure.
So you think good only comes from God?
Yeah.
So are you thinking more of like, if you were to be shunned, it's like I think, therefore I am?
Yeah.
So I control everything, and unless I can prove that you're
real, which I won't be able to, because the only thing I know is that I am. So if this is all a complex of
critical thinking. That's the fucking word. Sorry.
Yeah.
Found it. Critical fucking thinking.
Oh yeah, no, that's some bullshit.
Exactly.
Anyways, if everything's a complex of my imagination, you're just fake and you're just fake and you're fake, whether you believe in God or not. Why does that matter? Why should that matter if it's all in here?
So you're telling me your purpose is stripped at that point.
My purpose is gone.
But you believe you can develop self-reliance.
What if the other people?
That would be the hope. If I got shunned and I could develop self-reliance, be my own God.
That's what you would make your own purpose.
You would be on our side.
But would that purpose fulfill me? If that purpose doesn't fulfill me, then it doesn't matter.
Let's say you both were shunned. Anascious built his own purpose. So you would basically...
This guy became a psychoanalyst.
You would basically fuck Anascious over, even though he's taken over control.
Yeah, he has showed you.
Yeah.
You still wouldn't try to be good on your own?
No, I wouldn't.
You wouldn't let me teach you the allegory of the cave?
No. Why the fuck would I need an allegory?
Let me show you the light.
But no, it's because if the light is fucking blocked, there's no fucking light and I'm done. I'm shut off.
You're looking at shadows, my brother.
I'm not looking at shit.
Exactly, yes,
there can't be
exactly.
shadows if there's no light.
Easily have turned Ignatius.
There can't be shadows if there's no light. There's a fire.
Hey,
That
black holes
has-
exist.
Black exists.
I'm just saying. And black holes eat all of the light, but there's still light.
But there's light at the end of the day.
Oh, we don't know that yet. Okay. Well, gentlemen, I appreciate your time, your thoughts. Thank you guys for volunteering this. This was a good one. Excuse our technical difficulties today, but we got back on, so excuse me for that. Should have gone with the setup first. Thank you, Ignatius. Thank you, Alfonso. Thank you, Osvaldo, as always. Any final thoughts, gentlemen, y'all want to tell the people?
No, just thank you. Thank you for having us.
For real.
It's been fun, to be honest.
Thank you for having us.
No.
Bro, that's how I felt. Like, there's a cross coming in here sometime soon.
Thank you for accepting us as who we are.
No, but that's why this is important. Like, as we were saying when you took a bathroom break, this is not about convincing people. It's more about the conversation. And what you do with that info on your own, that's up to you. It's the value, right? It's the challenge, the back and forth, the sparring per se, right?
Yeah.
That's why I like it, right? So it's not about you're wrong or I'm wrong or the way you do things. No, it's just test this really tests the theory.
Yeah.
Right? Let's really test how much you believe. We got Ignatius a little bit though. Anyways.
I wouldn't go that far.
Yeah, they got to you.
That was a hypothetical.
I know, but they got to you.
It was a hypothetical. Look.
They touched.
Hear me out. It was a hypothetical within reason because I know how prideful I can get.
Yeah.
So
Use that pride to your advantage.
Like me. Use that pride to
just
your
become a psychopath?
Bro, why not? At that point,
that is using it to advantage in both ways.
He's not wrong.
I become the Joker. Live my own reality. Live this life.
Hey, we can be
out.
besties as psychopaths.
We could, but you
Not
want to go.
really. He said not really.
But there could only be one Joker.
But then Anascious becomes Batman.
Yeah, but then he becomes Batman for what? For good.
Who's to say?
For good that doesn't exist anymore.
For the good of other people.
Nah, fuck other people. Sorry.
You got to meet it. He's got to flip this table.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, if you are here and if you got here after our technical difficulties, we appreciate your deep gratitude. Like and share the energy. If you care what HT got going on, this is where we're at. If you care what HT or Osvaldo, Jose or Camilo got going on, they'll be here. So if you find this as a video and you like the convo, share it, show up next time, subscribe, and on that note, thanks everybody. Peace.
Not a psychopath. BT dubs.